Hello, greetings. So please see, just a warning and be aware that these Pakistanis, I've tested Hari Sultan, Amina Sardar, Pooja, Parveen actually. Uh, I've listened to Ghalib Kamal. Um, I wanted to go live, but he didn't come that day live. He had a plan. There was this thing, his video, what do you call it, reminder. But then he didn't come live. Okay, these people, they are making the environment very, very sick. You see, for example, I've known the environmental effect. There was a time in my childhood I wasn't after beauty or this. I wasn't jealous of my aunt being beautiful more than my mother or her sister being, you know. I just looked at the heart of a person until my father's family is very particular about beauty, and my cousin, this disowned, he was too much into this. So that effect was on me at a very age. I don't know how it got into me. I had to struggle so hard to get back to that childhood time where I would look at a person and I would not look at the outer beauty, admiring the person's outer, what clothes and this and that. Just look at the heart and the soul of the person, you see. But it's very much like this in the Muslim world, a lot, especially in the Arab world, where my cousin comes from my father's side. You know, I was like, no, you can't do this. Look at your grand aunt. Would you live with a beautiful woman or would you live with someone who, has a good heart? My grand aunt was a service lady. People, my community relatives used to, even my father's far off relative cousin asked about my grand aunt Mimi. She was such a wonderful person. So you see, this thing is unjust, unfair to those people who don't have looks but are good, great at heart. We should give, so I was, who are we to give them a chance? Anyhow, sorry, I have to correct myself on that. So you see, that got into my head a lot, and when I tried and tried, actually the bad habits, the bad things, we can't leave. I've had to struggle, work on it. I told myself, I used to contemplate discrimination. You see the line, when did I grow up to discriminate between beauty and ugliness and all this? Because I wanted to be like my grand aunt. She was my ideal Mamie. It was a struggle and still not gone. Uh, so much on the looks and all this. I really hated I really hated what conditioning, what had got into me, the habit. I wanted to, when we were children, we didn't look at the beauty, but the heart, the goodness of the person. And so I'm afraid that even for the Hindus, we won't do justice. Because, they're mostly dark and everything. And some have even put videos on that over there, the Western countries. They even say that they have this discrimination against the Hindus and all this. So please, I've tried my best, but I failed. So that's what I want to say in short. I failed. I tried so hard to get to that point where, because I know in my heart that my cousin, how he jerked me off, how he left me in the lurch and went after beautiful women and had a girlfriend here in Dubai and all this. So why should I go after some beauty when I know that this is a wrong thing, that, they can hurt people, they can hurt their cousins whom they've used, and we've taken their shit. So beauty should not be the first thing on my mind, the priority. Beauty should not even be on my mind. But the simplicity, the heart of a person should be on my mind. So before I die, I feel I'm going to die. I can't take it anymore. I'm not even putting the AC on, like I'm in a cell, I guess, just for a little while to feel that those people in the jail here. I get a headache and all this. Anytime I'll be throwing up, sick headaches. So, Allah इनको शर्म तक नहीं आती है. क्या जुल्म करते हैं, क्या, what cunningness, I can't trust Haris Sultan. You see, they can do these things. They can come बेवकूफ़ बना, deceiving. So be careful. पाकिस्तानी से क्या वो तवक्कुल नहीं कर सकते. We cannot expect that these Pakistani Muslims, ex-Muslims now they call themselves, so-called, will do, they are not. Or how do we know they don't want fame and name and all that? See, he got me out. If he really cares about humanism or human rights, Gulzar Elia, look at him. There was no care or anything. When I went mad for a few weeks against him, what he said to me, he used my... So idhar bhi to they're using me. They've got me. You see, on my mind all the time, Pooja said this, compulsory. It's torture already. And there's some man, beard, and I want my mummy. So, I don't know who they're using. And they've reinforced this madness here also. Walk so far away. I'm not that young as I used to be. Come back, walking. I mean, you have to warm up a little bit. You can't just, since you haven't walked so far. So they are like heartless people. Acha ye, and so please be. I'm panic struck. But if you can avoid, like you see, if I want to sleep now, rest, or want to eat, I can't eat, so I want to rest, and the thoughts are hurting me, and it's like a fibromyalgia also. So I'm so tired. I don't want to get up to eat. I'm very hungry. And then I get gastric pains and headache because of this also. So they're going to use all that I say about my health. You see, I can't walk. They use the taxi driver. It's not just stuff for me. Did I say this in my previous video somewhere? Like, तो बिल्कुल हैवान से भी बदतर लोग हैं. A dog will come and maybe save you. Like a bulbul did in Karachi, reminding me, the songbird, bulbul, that, what do you call it, nightingale, in English, biscuit. I felt I couldn't get up, eat, make food. Like, I didn't have to make food for myself, but just put the food in the plate and, bring it upstairs and have it in my bedroom. I wasn't feeling well. The bulbul in Karachi outside my window reminded me on a tree sitting there that you have biscuit. So I remembered, oh my God, I have a packet of biscuit upstairs in the kitchenette. Biscuit, biscuit. So even the animals are, they help out when human beings failed. In Pakistan, it's a terrible situation, a lot of hypocrisy. And they're very, very cunning. How can I tell you? So I've shown Pooja's, Parveen's thing. Now I don't want, already they've got the world upside down. There's been a British man tortured here. Yeah, इतने जालिम मैंने अपनी ज़िंदगी में, they're very, very cruel. बहुत जालिम है. Arab, बहुत जालिम है. Okay, so now it's come to me. I got carried away, बहुत जालिम. So, oh my God, sick. I could throw up. So sorry, I couldn't take it. I'm traumatized. They won't stop. Okay, so if you're not in my condition, like they would like us to be exasperated and panic struck. Terrorists' first thing is like they did to us in Pakistan. We may keep on going saying things like, but it won't stop them because they need money. When you're hungry, do you need God or do you need to fill your stomach? That's what someone told me. You need food to fill your stomach. So if someone keeps you hungry, will you say, I want God, or will you say, I want to eat something? You see, so Khalib Kamal, okay, you may think yes, I have my fears and they're based on grounds that I know very cunning people in Pakistan. So, I don't know how to say this. अच्छा तो एक चाइनीज के लिए इधर रख दिया, बाकी सब बेचारे अल्लाह हिंदूज आते थे. खालिब कमाल को जो मिला है ना आज, वो हिंदू की मेहरबानी से, हिंदूज सब्सक्राइबिंग टू हिम. अच्छा ये ऐसे कि मोहम्मद का सबसे Abu Kureza, Bani Kureza, I thought he was going to come live here. I wanted to give him a peace of mind here. Ghalib Kamal. Not only in the comments. How could I miss this? Live chat replay. बेखैरत. और ये Adam और ये Sahil. You see, they can be the best in their behavior. This is what they want to show. They want to show. See, I'm not in my best behavior, am I? I couldn't give my best to the principle I loved. In a way, freedom for all. So they're using this. First they make you go mad. They make you, I've seen from my grandmother, believe, I don't know how to make you believe. You see, they're very cunning people. Like a child. Okay, I was a child. I was like 4 years old. And just when this eldest brother of my father left Karachi, the family left. How old was I? 4, 5, I don't know. Then the mother had remained behind, my father's mother. And Zakia, his sister, had remained behind. Okay, what they can do is they can make I was Allama Rashid Turabi's prayer. How can I should have been blessed from childhood, saints, through prayer. Like Shehbaz Qalandar, we're told, right? He was born like that. So I should have been blessed. How can I be saying bad words in childhood? Then my father's, later on, my father's, Bashir uncle, late Bashir uncle's relatives from the same community, Kutch, saying that, we remember used to, like, you remember? I don't remember. I remember a lot of things from my childhood, but I don't remember with them going to their place and saying bad words. Very, very bad words. Like ban chod, mother chod, like that. Motherfucker, sister fucker. Who had taught me? I was Allama Rashid Turabi's prayer. My mother was not allowed for 40 days to bring any family member male. Any family member, Allama Rashid Turabi said, no family member should enter this room. Male, 40 days. And there was a tawiz she gave, Allama Rashid Turabi gave an amulet, like, this prayer you keep. What do you call it? Amulet, tawiz, under the bed. And you know what they do? So they have a long planning. Even Dr. Farrell C. Ahmed. So you see, now that they know that signs are coming, I'm Radha Rani and all this, of course they're not going to marry Hindus. They don't want to become Hindu because Hindus are not that fair and like this. But their underarms don't stink. Yeah, so they don't stink. Hindus don't stink, they don't have a bad smell. It's very, very surprising. We were told that only kafir disbelievers have bad smell. So, even the Europeans who just use a tissue, toilet paper, they don't stink. So, we were told only the disbelievers stink and idolaters and polytheists. So, you see, so they will bring a beautiful woman and she will talk about something like, and then an Arab, such a good Arab, he was, and all this. So, go to Jesus Christ. Because you see, the beauty is in the fairness is in the Western world, not in this idol worshipping. So, for that also, and perhaps getting to me. So I got, sometimes I had a positive vibe through, and I didn't realize that what they were doing to me. So I think they don't like it. The Radharani was such a beautiful, Radharani we're told was the most beautiful. When Hasad Khan in London, now he's Paramahamsa Vishwananda, like, I was like, you were in America? How can going out? He wanted to marry Iranian girl. Her family had welcomed him in the house. The mother allowed him to live in California, America. He went to America from. He's been born and brought up in UK. And his girlfriend also looking at me all the time. You are beautiful, and take this hair band off. Your hair is beautiful. Why do you have to keep a... Oh, I said, what? And Hasad Khan, you're gorgeous. My height. I don't even have a figure. So, what is this going on? Why is he saying these things to me? I don't believe it. I don't believe in any way I'm beautiful. I'm like ugly and average. Come to when one of my best days could be coming to the average a little bit. I'm not beautiful or anything. Go to Iranian restaurant there, and they're telling me that you are. I said, what does it? I knew what it meant, but I had to make sure that I really haven't forgotten my Iranian. خیلی کشش دارم. خیلی کشش هست. khali kashang, or they say kashish. So I said, is kashang like kashish and this and that, like. I was like, what are they saying? Okay, so, so the thing is that I always pray to God, oh Lord, my outer beauty, may I not find that myself beautiful. Because something, you're admiring yourself and that narcissistic thing might come up. I don't want a speck of that I'm beautiful. And I don't like self-admirations and all this, or enjoying my hair when I straighten it. I like straight hair, but I tell myself, look, keep in your... So I don't want my ego to come up like this. But it really, I can't help it at times, like the hair, straight hair, and how professionally they've done it. I can't help admiring it. So this is the thing, helplessness. Ego comes up. You can't fight the ego and admiring, but this is artificial. And all that, picture it and all this, we have artificial things. So I wonder if I was in a jungle, how ugly I would be. Okay, so the thing is, another point is that now I'm extremely distressed and disturbed. So I don't have to explain it. I hope I don't have to explain it to the atheist. Okay, there's something. I think they had something against the Jews. See, when I was insecure, my mother also became emotionally insecure, right? So my mother was never after money or too much. Like, she just wanted, she just loved her simple, that house, and she loved Pakistan. And she later on even was telling my father, like, in Karadar, if we had a flat, like, because her cousin, they got a flat for Muharram, so we were wondering, or we could have a flat in that old area. My mother didn't like coming to the new area and the new house, very big house. She always missed the old house of her in-laws in Pakistan. We were not greedy and all that. But what happens is, what they could have also done to the Americans is that one day I found a magazine. Please listen carefully. This is not for atheists, sorry. If you're an atheist, I don't have to struggle to explain to atheists, ex-Muslims, at all. So, the mind power, I think the Americans are right about this. Collective consciousness. And you can, I've seen my aunt do this. She was showing it to this cousin of mine who had come from Dubai to Karachi. How she can move the glass through her jinn power. Mutahar was showing that to Sabah, Sajwani. And they were at the dining table, the one open kitchen, I remember. So, and you can move with your, if you practice, if you see this yogi. So, this Dr. Farozi Ahmed is a Kashmiri. And what happened to Muttahar Usman, you'll have to have patience with me, because I have to struggle to English mein, to explain in English, or even in Urdu, pata nahi if I can. So this Dr. Farozi Ahmed hai na, she is so Brooke Shield had depression. She was in Princeton University. Brooke Shield's father or mother, from the mother side perhaps, Jewish. And Dr. Farozi Ahmed is a Kashmiri. Khuda lanat kare isko. Farokh, clinical psychology. they've been after Jews, I found out. So you see, in our emotional, we want money. We want some, like, oh my God, now, like that. Emotional insecurity, right? Tani Kashmiri. You think Kashmiris are dumb? And the Americans have all this, Jews and all this, right? Their movies are better quality and ahead of us, like too much ahead of us. Dr. Farooq Z. Ahmad. They had kept a magazine there. Now, in retrospect, they had made a false magazine, this woman. Wretched as her mother was. And the Pakistani Kashmiri Muslims are very wretched. Calling, do not with your filthy mouth even take Miss Tissa's name ever. Okay? She is from this clinical psychology pioneer. Let me see if I can shut this flash and show you Kashmir. I think they're against the Jews for a long time. In her clinical psychological institute, I found a magazine which said the Jews were celebrating. There was like Bette Midler, all the celebrities of America celebrating. Brooke Shields' picture, popping champagne bottles because some Muslims were killed somewhere or defeated, right? Or in Palestine or somewhere at that time. I think they made this whole thing up. You see, Brooke Shields had later on, much later, recently, I checked that some who was criticizing Brooke Shields on her depression, the same kind of depression. I don't know, but like this clinical depression is terrible. You can't really do much with your life when you have that. So personal life. Sorry, I have to. Yes, I have to. She suffered from postpartum depression between April and May 2005. You see? And later on they had this rumor going on that the Jews are using Kabbalah on our Muslim leaders also. Kabbalah meaning sorcery. They're misusing their Kabbalah, spiritual gnosis and all this knowledge, secret knowledge of the Jews. So what they've done to America now, like, my mother would, or before even, Babu, will you give me my money? And all this, right? These jinns, they can make you emotionally so insecure that you will need money. That's why America, after the oil. I think now America is innocent. And these Kashmiri from jinns coming to America and the black magic. I think the Jews are completely innocent people. And there's no Jewish lobbying in America. And if there is, it is the effect of the Muslim Jadoo, Kashmiri Muslim jinns. Please be careful, Jews, because the Prophet Muhammad was after Bani Qurayza in a terrible way, completely massacred them. And Yahweh, where was Yahweh? I was asking. Where was the idol worshipper goddess also? Right? So, with the Christians, he was soft, I think, because Waraka, and he had met a Christian monk, Bahira. So he must have used a Christian monk. But the Jews and the idol worshippers got it the worst from Prophet Muhammad. And so the practice, you see, I've seen these Muslims also, like the Nash, Kuwaiti and Pakistani Mir family, from his mother's side, Pakistani. Like he said, our forefathers had this. And then he denied it to me that he ever, but they have this using jinns and using, this Zaicha Nikalna, how do you call it? They have these psychic powers. And the Muslim jinns are horrid. They are a nightmare. Okay? Muakil, you know what is a muakil? A muakil, maybe you can even, through your mind, like when you can visualize something, hallucination, when you can have hallucinations, you can create with your mind that jinn power, that power where you can send ill feelings to someone, Muakils are those jinns whom you can, through great amal, through their psychic, spiritual knowledge, get them, what do you call it, Urdu mein what do they say in Urdu, like trap them or get them in your power. You captivate, capture them, and they don't have a will of their own, or they I don't know how you overpower their will, the jinn's will, and then you use them. Those are muakils. Those jinns are called muakils, and the person behind it is always a human being who is doing these evil things. Those poor jinns have they don't have that kind of power. Although they can go through these ghosts, they can go through walls and all this, travel through space and time, but so these Muslims, Kashmiri Muslims and all, you see, Pandit, they don't care about Pandits, so they killed Kashmiri Muslims. They are using jinns, kinetic energy, mind power, magic, all in the name of Islam. And we, thanks to, I don't know, Jafri thing, and these Sunni Muslims also have this. So the Shias have this knowledge of the gnosis from Imam Jafar Sadiq, who has given them. This must be Greek or anything, Greek or something, Greek from the Romans they have stolen. So there is the metaphysical, because you see, if you have feelings, bad feelings for someone, if you have jealousy, there are bad feelings. So you can use these feelings are what? If you have anger, what happens to you when you're feeling angry? You act upon it, right? If you act upon it, you harm someone, you get angry at someone, you shout at someone, whatever. You can hit someone, you can abuse someone, you can curse someone. So let's take human. So this is what scientists have found this, realized that there's something like human feelings, right? And when you look at a person with your body language, what can you do? Right? So take it a little further, a step further. If you are jealous, what do? You can go out of your way to harm that person, deprive that person. You can also use other people, bribery. So you can bribe the person, you can be undercover, you you will take action, right? Like physical action. And then there are these people who take psychic action. What is the psyche? Do the scientists know what the psyche is? So this kind of action, what is the psychic meaning? Relating to or denoting faculties or phenomena that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws, but it exists. Imagination exists, like I can imagine a pink cow flying. Don't deny it. Kufr, it's covering, right? You're denying that imagination exists, but it is imagination. In reality, there are no pink cows flying, also with wings flying or something like this. So then we take it a step further. Psychic, very few people, like you see, if you say reincarnation, for example, very few people. How many people? Are you all scientists? No, you're not all scientists. Even though you love science, you believe in science, you atheists, ex-Muslims, you worship science. Why not become scientists? No, you won't become scientists. You will buy scientists. You will be scientists. You can't be scientists. Take a step further. How many scientists are there? So spiritual, some people have that power. They've learned it. They're experts. Scientists are experts at what? Finding from the material realm. And can you imagine if science has reached to what end today? What can these spiritual people do when they want to harm people? A lot. They can make them go crazy by their... So psych is this mind. There's a part of the mind which the atheists don't want to use. Psychic, I was saying. Psych, the human soul, mind or spirit. What is this psych? Jesus Christ can use it, Prophet Muhammad used it to tell us that some higher, some divinity was with them, and it's the Father in heaven or the angels. Revelation was coming from the angels. Prophet Muhammad did not get it directly from God. Angels as messengers coming. So, this we have little knowledge of. And the atheists will block your knowledge, these ex-Muslims. Does the psyche exist or not? The soul, we can't see the soul, but does the imagination exist or not? I mean, where does it exist? In your mind. You can't touch it. No one can know. But does the imagination for the individual exist or not? It doesn't matter if you cannot bring it out in reality. Maybe you can paint. You're a good painter. Does that imagination exist or not? You can't deny it. Does madness exist or not? When you go near a mad person who can pick up stones and just hit you with the stones, then you'll know madness exists. Right? You can't deny these levels of mind that exist. You can't say, I never imagined. I don't have an imagination. Maybe you don't have an imagination. Another person has an imagination. Do dreams exist? Have you ever dreamt in your sleep or not? You can't deny There are many things we haven't been able to discover. Scientists, not everyone can be a scientist. So, बहुत हो चुका. I've just opened my YouTube looking at this guy. Please, stop your drama. Haris Sultan, you are hampering with human truths. It exists. Imagination exists. So stop it, you liar. What has science proved? That they're going to make... Right now, there are mad people who are suffering from schizophrenia like me. And you cut her up, huh? What do you want? India के पीछे पड़ गया है. Stop it. शर्म नहीं आती है? अभी इस लड़की को फंसाया है. इसके साथ आ रहा है. He's using this girl from Dubai. She used to live in Dubai. Now she's in the UK. I don't know where she is. I don't have to waste my time listening to his junk to know what he is. Stop it. जैसे कि stop करेंगे. ये तो पाकिस्तान में जैसे पंजाब, पाकिस्तान, उधर Australia is brought this on YouTube also. What a damned person he is. What a hard-hearted person. Humanity के लिए काम कर रहा है. Go and help. What are you doing, you bastard? Humanity के लिए. Liars. I have no patience with liars anymore. उल्लू बना रहा है, बेवकूफ़ बना रहा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया को. YouTube पे शक्ल दिखा रहा है. शक्ल दिखा के उल्लू बना रहा है. What the hell is this going on? अच्छा, ये अब एक्स मुस्लिम सीखे हैं अपने क्लीवेज निकालना और ये वो. Nothing is wrong with that. What now? Maybe in Dubai, I don't know. Previously, what was she doing? Because you see, in Dubai, they have these young Indians coming and young Pakistanis. Prostitution. Young girls. We don't know who she is. How can you trust her? What she says about her life? And you know how she was talking to this Westerner? The way she was fixing her. It was like, oh, what is this? Really? This one with Haris Sultan? You know? Allah bichari ko. Poor Westerner. Like, I was feeling uncomfortable. What is she doing with her shirt, her neck, her t-shirt? Talking to this Westerner, she was trying to give him that. So please be careful. You know what they're doing? They're trying to give a bad name to ex-Muslims. Very, very subtly. They're giving subliminal messages. मुझे कोई शौक नहीं है इनको देखना, please. They're damaging lives. बहुत हरामी हैं, बहुत. ये पाकिस्तानी और अरब मुस्लिम्स, oh my God, हद से हरामी. हद, यानी there's no height. There's no height to their cunning, lying lies. There's no height. Okay, they will get Farid now. You will think, oh, let's celebrate this Haris Sultan. You know, someone who has so much stamina like him, and this girl, right? He's got this poor girl, Patani, I don't know. Okay, you may think I'm wrong. Think I'm wrong, okay? I don't want to see any more deception. But here we have it. देखो फरीद को ये बोलेगा 1000 Pakistan. I don't know really. I didn't. हरामी है, बहुत हरामी. Oh, I have no words. That's why. पाकिस्तान में I've lived. ये बहुत हरामी लोग हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा. हद नहीं है. There's no. It's like the bastards, liars. And there's even their mothers. There's no limit. The heights of cunningness, they can go to zenith. They will blow your minds away. That's what they are. So Jews, I don't know which Kashmiri in army, American army, Pakistani origin, American army, Arabs coming. You know that Jay told me that he was from Lebanon. Jay was in that American, what was he? An American in the Navy, right? And Lebanon is original from his father's side or something. Arabs have come in America. Please see that America is not the one who is harming or going after oil. Behind it is our own, the Muslim ill will for them. They want to bring the Jews down. They want to bring the Americans down because they think they're trying to show us Jews lobbying. Oh my God. That's hatred for the Jews. And even apostate prophet I don't trust. I feel that behind him is an Arab side. Even this Aladdin, I wonder if he came from Dubai or he's an Arab. Part of him is, you know, the apostate Aladdin? So be very careful. These people are sending like once he was asking this another Arab, what he was asking is, are you getting any problems where you live, meaning in the Western world? So she didn't properly give him the answer. Apostate Aladdin. You know where they are getting the money from. So please, he was actually asking the question if some Westerners are giving you problem with this hijab, troubling you or menacing you. Have you had, when you were a Muslim wearing the hijab in America or somewhere? But she just went here and there, she gave. So, you know, they're sending these subliminal messages. Okay, if you say America is not perfect, neither are you perfect. Show me a perfect Muslim. And it's a long planning. They told us that America has a long planning against Iran, against the Shias, against the Sunni Muslims, against the Muslims. I think there's a Muslim mastermind behind this, who has a long planning. The army, Pakistanis are very, very. America could sell. They can sell you. I used to say, living in Pakistan, they'll sell me. I won't even know that they've sold me. The children can sell. No one gave me trouble in London except Pakistanis. Or some European pickpocketer. But Pakistanis doing corrupted things in London. They wanted me also to do that. Peer pressure. Applying, oh Zara, now you are giving us all this. All the corruption things. Pakistanis are doing it. I've never seen an American doing corruption. I had an American in the hostel. They used to come and go. Never heard of them saying, let's go chori karenge, let's go stealing karenge, let's go not buy a ticket. This is the way we can hear because there's no machine. Oh, what is this? Only Pakistanis. Do you see my own Pakistani, my father's friend, family friend, Abbas Gokul. What has Abbas Gokul's case and BCCI's case? What has happened? What do the Americans say about this? What do the Britishers? What's the news here? Irish Times says 14 years for BCCI fraud. Fraud of the century. Which is this? irishtimes.com. Irish Times says fraud of the century. Just Google search Abbas Gokul. Fraud of the century. I'm telling you, it's these people. Do you ever see Jews coming up with fraud of the century? This is a Shia. He put his whole family, like his forefathers, they were rich, wealthy from God knows when. They were originally from Iraq. BCCI and Abbas Gokul, fraud of the century. इन्होंने पूरी दुनिया को बर्बाद कर दिया है. Our own people, Shia Muslim. Pakistani shipping tycoon. Sorry, this was a message. Have you seen Indian fraud of the century? Pakistani Muslim, Shia Muslim. Please have a look at this. Their planning is very, very long term. And even as ex-Muslims, I'm not surprised. So I will be, I'm not that beautiful or I'm ugly. I don't have a great voice. I'm losing my voice here. I'm also I've been attacked here. So these people, see who is paying them, giving them these subscribers. Please, these Pakistanis, I beg you, I beg the Westerners, Jews and Hindus, please, I beg you. Dekhen, here, he says here, Khalid Kamal, that he's for the, no you're not, don't lie, but they're going to lie. They're going to lie. I'm a humanist.
हम जानते हैं कि बिग बैंग के वक्त कायनात में सिर्फ हाइड्रोजन की
बकवास अपनी बंद करो. सब सीख के विकिपीडिया से पैरेट बन के दे रहे हो. ऐसे तो हम भी कर सकते थे. See, I did not just from Wikipedia learn and then give you. I can also be a parrot, memorizing things. It's very easy. It's very easy to become an atheist. I'm telling you. It's not easy to be a spiritualist. These people can, this is the what are the subliminal? He can make me go against Richard Dawkins, a Britisher, frustrating me. See the subliminal messages they're sending. ये इब्राहिम दाऊद इब्राहिम की wife, can you change your can you show that you are a man on there are computer now 3000 for the maybe Dawood Ibrahim 6000 can afford. Why isn't he showing his face? He's not in Pakistan. He's not going to go back to Pakistan. He's Dawood Ibrahim's. You know they can change their this thing, and they are after Hindus. Let me show you. He's Dawood Ibrahim's wife. Or he's ISI, Pakistan armies. See, I told him you're blocked in Pakistan. You don't lie. Don't lie, you bastard. You're lying. You're a liar. Don't lie. Where is it? Where's my thing? Stop it, shameless fake ex-Muslim or whoever you are. Ghalib Kamal doesn't treat people with respect and equality. He doesn't treat the Hindus. He's like, इसके बाप के हैं Hindus. इसके बाप के नौकर हैं. गालिब कमाल तुम्हारे बाप के नौकर हैं Hindus के तुम्हारे पास आए. खबरदार तुम बेखरत कभी किसी और के चैनल पे जाओ. तुम्हें मैं गुलजार एलिया को देखो. गुलजार एलिया के साथ, हारिस सुल्तान के साथ और रिचर्ड डॉकिंस के साथ कैसे चूहे बने हुए हैं. और दे माउस नो बिल्कुल उनका ऐसे हैं कावर्ड्स. दाऊद इब्राहिम ने जो नॉनसेंस किया है उसको देखो. पाकिस्तान, अमेरिका इज नॉट दैट. सी दाऊद इब्राहिम, अमेरिका, यूएस, किसने इसको बचा के रखा है? हु इज केप्ट हिम? दाऊद इब्राहिम को? पाकिस्तान एंड दुबई. He travels to Dubai. His wife is in Dubai. I saw her. She was very bad. I said, what is she up to? This Dawood Ibrahim. Poor wife, really. One day Amber Ayub. One day Mahesh. पता नहीं क्या क्या कर रहे हैं. My God. Now don't think you people are sick. You are sick. इनको ये पाकिस्तान beauty really है. Sorry. No, I mean, I'm not sorry. I just coughed. That's why I'm sorry. See, United States is after him. Where does it say in Wikipedia on occupation? Gangster, criminal, drug kingpin. His wife is here. D company. You know where does his company? इसके पास बेटियां शर्म नहीं आती है. मारूख इब्राहिम, मरिया इब्राहिम. मरिया तो वो थी सेफ गर्ल मोहम्मद की. शर्म नहीं आती है. टेररिज्म, murder, extortion, targeted killing, drug trafficking and various other cases. Oh my God. All that money he's made He was designated as a global terrorist in 2003 by India. See, they're not going to leave India now. And they won't leave the United States. With a reward of US, oh my God, 25 on his head. Even then, why aren't Pakistanis, when Arabs buy you, you get sold so quickly. I'll tell you where he lives. He comes to Dubai. He must have a account. Maybe he's Sajwani Exchange. He must have an account here. US, please give me this 25. No, I won't take it. No, just kidding, okay? His wife is here in Dubai. I met her. But I don't know where now. But he was in Pakistan. Now maybe he's in Dubai. Smugglers and foreign exchange manipulators. He must definitely be with the Sajwani Exchange here in Dubai. But you see, the Arabs are protecting him. He has been previously reported to be living in Karachi, Pakistan, though the government of Pakistan denies it. He's mostly had, he's in Dubai, and you can't catch him. D Company, let's see, does D Company operate in Dubai? D Company is a name coined by the Indian media for the Mumbai underworld. Mehudon. He's in Dubai. But Ali Sajwani, the Sajwani Exchange, is not going to tell you. You see, exchange and all this. Where is this? My father knows how to do hawala. And so, this hawala, smugglers and foreign exchange manipulators. So I don't want the money, but I can tell you that this my father's brother, youngest, Ali Sajwani here, is a friend of his. So Ali Sajwani. So you see, Sajwani Exchange. Sajwani Exchange here. Poor Pakistani went in jail. Mustafa. Sajwani Exchange, Dera, Dubai. He must have an account here in this. You think it's very small and it's very, it's Dawood Ibrahim's. Dawood Ibrahim must be helping them. Okay? So I'm now tired. I'll continue later.